So, 2021 is drawing to a close. The final episode of the year, of the season 1 finale, will go into season 2 next year.
I expected season 1 finale to be grander, but you know.
Well, lad, it's a podcast. How grand are we going to get? We're going to have fireworks.
True.
So we'll chat about some of the music that we've enjoyed throughout the year, some of our favourite episodes that we've done throughout the year.
Yep.
It's been a good year for you. You've been all right?
Yeah, I've been all right. It's
Hitting you with the loaded questions again.
Every time, yeah.
From the get-go.
Has it been have I had a good year? It feels like a weird year, obviously.
Yeah, very strange.
I don't know. Like every year that's happened so far, do you know what I mean? It's been like, I don't know why I'm asking you, do you know what I mean? Because I've not even finished. But like,
years.
You expect...
Have you heard of years?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you expect something from like the next year and that sort of stuff. And like, you reflect and you look forward to new stuff. And I feel like that's not been a real feeling throughout this year.
Yeah.
Because it started off literally off the scale.
Yeah. Just like the whole goal of this year is just to like live
Survive,
a life.
Yeah.
Just to have a life.
Like, there was nothing to reflect on because it was all so crazy. And there was, we didn't know what was going to happen.
I would maybe argue against that. I feel like it's been a good period of learning over the past 2 years. Personally, anyway,
okay.
You know what I mean. Like at the end, 2020 going into 2021, there was a lot I wanted to do. I wanted to utilize the way I'd changed to make certain things.
Mm-hmm.
This being one of them.
Yep.
You know, we've done a podcast. How many episodes? 18, 19 episodes or something. Good shit. And going into 2021, oh boy. You all ain't ready. 2022 even. I've got so much shit that I want to do. So much shit that we're going to do.
It's going to be good because, like, this is what I mean. Like, with the year that's just gone, like, there was nothing to, like, well, for me anyway, there was nothing, to look forward to. But now we know that, we're getting back to normal a little bit.
Yeah.
That we can do stuff and it will get better.
It's going to be an exciting time. And we'll go in depth a bit about what we want to do next year.
Gosh, right,
later on.
Okay, but...
You don't have to get personal. I just mean like, as in what this is going to do.
Yeah, of course.
First of all...
Well done. Nominees.
Do you want to talk Grammys?
Yeah.
Let's get into the Grammys, man. Obviously, recently announced Grammy nominations.
Yes.
Why do you think the Grammys are so, like, held to such a standard? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I imagine you were first going to say, what do you think of the Grammys? And, like, I'm really not asked.
Me neither.
I'm not asked. I feel like I would have been asked. Like, because it's like, oh my God, they've won a Grammy.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's weird.
I just, the older I get and the more I think about it, the more I think that, like, it's all just subjective opinion, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Of course.
So it's why music journalism doesn't make sense to a degree. Like, you can't hold anyone's opinion higher than anyone else's, and this is, at the end of the day, just a collective of people that have come together to award awards that are really kind of meaningless.
Yeah, like, I always think, like, success is in its own personal right in the industry.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? People's success can be whatever they want it to be. And sometimes people aim for, like, really big goals, you know what I mean? Like, they want to be the most fucking famous person in the world, or they want to have the most played song, that sort of shit. But some people, like, who we say are on, like, a smaller scale to, like, superstars, like, I guess would be happy with the success that they have.
Yeah.
Like, when they talk about, like, arena shows versus, like, stadium shows and, like, capacity and stuff, because the feel would be better.
Yeah.
That's the way I sort of imagine it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it depends what you use to quantify your success, you know what I mean? I think stuff like, ticket sales, for example, or even streams or whatever, is probably a better quantifier of success than a panel, you know what I mean? But at the same time, personally, I think success comes before that anyway. Like, to me, you don't have to be the biggest artist to be successful.
No, yeah, of course not.
You know what I mean? It's about what fulfillment you get out of it. So really, the Grammys are fucking meaningless.
It's weird because, like, as we was looking it up, we like, it says that, like, for the first time in years, nominees were chosen by the Grammy committee rather than an anonymous review process.
What does that even mean?
Well, I assume it's like, Eurovision, yeah?
Yeah. Fucking there we go.
How, like, half the points are done by, like, a jury.
Mm.
It's like, these people have been picked to choose the songs. I assume it used to be that way.
Yeah.
But now it's like, they were chosen by a committee. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, giving it to the people, sort of, to decide.
Yeah. But even so, it's not like it's not like with the Brits where it is the people that vote.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Brits maybe is a higher accolade than the Grammys.
Yeah.
If you're looking at it, it's just the Grammys is more of an established institute of like, this is the shit. Like, this is the pinnacle of music awards. Like the Oscars in it.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't really fucking matter.
Oscars is getting memed every single year it goes on now.
Yeah.
I think so much has changed though.
Yeah, people's attitudes towards shit like that has changed as well.
The world is changing. Do you know what I mean? Like fucking 20 years ago, everyone is bothered about it.
Yeah.
But things are changing so fast. Like, you know, with streaming services and all that sort of stuff, it's like you say, it's not like...
Well, I mean, this is one of the points that I wanted to make, is the idea of having awards for certain categories and certain genres. Genre is more hard to define now than it ever has been.
We've
you know what I
spoken
mean?
this before,
like, is Lil Nas X pop or hip hop, or are they the same thing?
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, pop is popular.
Yeah.
And hip hop, you know, has become popular.
Yeah, but pop has become a thing in its own right. Of like, there's certain things that you associate with pop.
Yeah.
Outside of what is just popular at that time.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if we're constructing a pop song, there's certain things that we want to put into it. And the makeup of a pop song is different to the makeup of a hip hop song. But hip hop is the popular thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, and then you could go like, yeah, that's like culturally, but also if you look at it within the form, hip hop, like Lil Nas X, is both hip hop and pop, because like you look at the drums and you go, well, that's trap. You know what I mean? But you look at the vocal melodies and you go, well, that's pop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is what I was thinking. Like, when things do become popular, it then in itself becomes pop, because people will want to say, this is how we do pop music now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's fucked. It's just fucked.
Yeah.
Sorry, mum, again.
Yeah, I think we're at a point where, like, aside from the fact that it's just people's opinion in an institution, it doesn't really carry as much weight because it's not as easily definable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and we can get into some of the... I mean, was there anything that stood out for you looking at the nominations?
Not at all, lad. Like, I thought I'd see stuff and I'm like, oh yeah, I get that. And some stuff is like, oh yeah, I get that, but like, oh, they've done really well. They deserve this award.
It's all just like so basic. Like, I don't know who the fuck picked that shit. Like, at least in the past, you could say the Grammys were like, they'd go for things that were maybe critically acclaimed, that were maybe a bit left field sometimes.
Yeah.
In certain genres. But this is just, man, like, I mean, you can sum up the stupidity of it just by looking at the record of the year. You know, Peaches. No way. Like, and obviously, right, this is, again, it's subjective, right? Our opinion weighs no more than the opinions of the ladies and gentlemen on the Grammys committee.
Yep.
But even if you're saying, oh, well, the Grammys is an objective way to look at music, right? Objectively, Peaches by Justin Bieber is not one of the best songs of the year.
So,
but this is the thing. How are you looking at it? You're looking at it objectively, as in like the best constructed pop song, the best like theory of it,
as in like it needs attributes.
Yeah, or as in like people liked it, so it's good. You know what I mean?
But
Peaches,
this is one thing. Like,
Kiss Me More, Montero, Driver's License. None of which are pushing any boundaries, really. I mean, like, you can say what you want about Nas X. Fair play to him. He's doing stuff. Probably good for the world. But I don't really think it's anything that we haven't... It's not groundbreaking.
But is that what the award's for? But it's not most groundbreaking record of the year.
Well, what are they judging it on then? Because these aren't even like...
This is what I mean, we don't know.
They're good. There's decent pop music.
I think
it's not even particularly inventive pop music. It's just
but
pop
does it have to be?
Well. This is what I'm saying. What by what parameters are they judging?
Exactly.
It?
And if we knew, we might be more like, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, this is what I mean. Like, with first of all, record of the year, song of the year. What?
I know. I don't understand
that confuses me. But like, Silk Sonic, Leave the Door Open. How long's that been out? Record of the year, people.
Yeah, that's start of the year, isn't it?
Don't think so. Silk Sonic.
The song. The song Leave the Door. The album only came out recently.
But yeah,
But the song's been out a while. But even still, like, it's.
just looking through it, man.
I don't know what to say about it because I'm just like, this is silly.
Like, I'm interested, like, best, like, I was just thinking, you know, that, you know, like, the big 4 awards is increased from 8 to 10, you know?
What do you mean?
The nomination size,
okay.
the pool has gone too bigger. So it's but like, they're the only 4 that I'm not bothered about, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, nobody's bothered about best metal performance.
Best, but maybe, you know, the metalheads will be.
Well, but even the metalheads probably won't be because it's anti-establishment, isn't it?
Would you think it's like a second-class prize because you're going best song of the year? Oh, but you know, best alternative song. Fair enough. Take that.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And what even classes as an alternative song?
Yeah, because I think like Paul McCartney's in like 3 different groups. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. When I just happened to see that people were making videos, like some people that talk about music on the internet that I watch, were making videos about the Grammys. I was like, oh yeah, we can discuss that on the podcast. And then when I just went into it and thought about it more, I was like, this is the whole thing is fucking dumb, man. It's stupid. Justin Bieber's also nominated for Album of the Year. I've not heard Justified. Guarantee it's not better than a lot of shit that's come out this year. Ed Sheeran, Bad Habits for Song of the Year. No.
This what I mean. Like,
it looks like it's been picked by the most basic group of people ever that are just picking songs that have done well.
Yeah, but do you know what I mean? Is that not what it's saying? Like, Song of the Year? Is it not like what's done the best? Maybe.
Well, but then you could just go off like actual numbers. You're awarding to what's done the best. But that's not what they're doing.
I think one of the interesting ones was best new artist. That's an interesting category. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was weird that Phineas is in there when he's been around for like 4 years, 3 years.
I guess it's just because it's, you know,
his debut's come out.
There. But I won't watch it.
No.
I won't like. It's always interesting to see, you know, who won, and it is like, you know, the most. It is just like the popular songs or albums.
Did you see what went on with The Weeknd at about last year's Grammys? And they just completely snubbed it. It kind of proves that it's not based on anything concrete because, you know, he had one of the biggest songs of the year, huge album, Super Bowl performance, all this. Like, he was very much in the spotlight last year. Probably more culturally relevant than a lot of the people that have been nominated this year.
Yeah.
And still nothing. You know what I mean? It's a corrupt institute at its base, probably.
I think people aim to do stuff. Like, you always hear, like, Grammy nominated.
Yeah.
4-time Grammy winner.
Yeah.
I think it's something that people would push for. This is what I mean in terms of, like, the success sort of aspect.
Well, and this is the thing, man. Like, a lot of musicians themselves hold it as a high standard, as if they've been picked by this, like, in the gods to be like, here, you're worthy. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Because when you think about it for more than 20 seconds, it's clear that that's a stupid attitude. I don't know why even artists hold it with such high esteem. Obviously, it's been around for a while, but times they be a changing, and I don't think it's a relevant thing anymore. So fuck them. So,
do you think things will change? Things are going to have to change at some point because less people are being less asked.
Yeah, I don't know. But that's also what I was thinking. I was like, are they just picking baseline popular shit because they know that people are losing interest?
What, and that will like drive more people towards it?
Yeah, because if Lil Nas X wins like 4 Grammys, it's going to be news. You know what I mean? And then like, oh, people are talking about the Grammys again.
I don't know.
It's like when Bilious won Bilious, yeah.
I like it. Shipping. Brother and sister, but go for it.
Billy and Phineas won all them Grammys. That was like news, and there was pictures of them with the fucking Grammys everywhere.
Yeah.
So I feel like just for the sake of creating a bit of buzz, getting people talking about the Institute. But then I don't understand what the Grammys is in terms of like, what do they get out of it? You know what I mean?
What do like the people like you organise Grammys?
Yeah, like what?
Hi, have a Grammy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But how do they? Where do they?
It's just
who funds it? How do they make money?
It's the industry, and it's the fucking bubble of the industry.
Yeah, true. The industry's full.
Everyone's slapping each other's cheeks. There you go. Here you go. Grammy, Oprah style.
Yeah.
Everyone's pleasing each other just to make themselves feel better, I guess.
Yeah.
in their own little bubble.
I'm not down for it. I think the Grammys are silly.
But would you have a
There you
Grammy?
go. Well, what do you mean?
If it gets to a point in a few years, they're like, oh my God, you've been nominated for a Grammy.
I mean, if they were giving me one, I'd take it, but I wouldn't be like, oh my God, I want to thank this. You know what I mean? I'd be like, cheers for a bit of gold. Nice one.
Yeah.
I'd go just to be in a room with all the people that goes to the Grammys. You know what I mean? I wouldn't go because it's the Grammys. So we started the year with the 2020 music roundup, which wasn't necessarily a 2020 music roundup. It was more just us talking about bollocks because it was the first episode and we didn't really know what we were doing yet. This is the 2021 music roundup.
Yeah.
Right, looking back.
Yeah. Do you think it's just going to be bollocks again?
No, because I think we know what we're doing now. You know, we're almost 20 episodes in. We've done a whole year of this shit.
Yeah.
Rather than just talking about random news. Because when we started the podcast, let's face it, we didn't really know what it was going to be.
The podcast?
Yeah, we were just like, let's talk about music. So now let's talk about some of the shit we've been into this year. So let's start with we'll start with new release stuff that's actually come out this year. And then if we want, we talk about other things that we've listened to that we liked.
This is where I was getting a bit
confused.
Yeah. I was getting overwhelmed. So I was like, fuck, I don't know what. Because some stuff I listened to has been out for ages. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But only got into it this year.
Most of the things that I've listened to this year, and just in general, are shit that has been out for a while. So there's only maybe a handful of things that I've listened to this year and that's fresh.
Yeah.
And also I'm shy at keeping up with new stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a very limited list.
Yeah.
I would like to mention Silk Sonic.
Right.
Have you listened to the record?
No. I've listened to the two main pop ones.
The thing is, man, right, even though it's not necessarily something I'd listen to a load, it's one of those that's just, it's just good. It's just, you can't really fault it, you know what I mean? You know how AM by Arctic Monkeys is just a solid record.
Oh, I don't know if you can compare that.
No. But I'm not saying it's I'm not saying it's the same, right? But AM by Arctic Monkeys is a solid record, but we happen to like it for other reasons, right? Because it's the kind of music we're into and shit like that. This is a similar thing where it just works really well as a record. They went in to make a record and they made a solid package. The songs are great. The way it runs is great. It's the good length. 9 songs, you'd love it.
But this is what got me thinking, right, about, music this year. There was plenty of things that I listened to and I thought, yeah, you know what, this is really good.
Yeah.
But as it standed the test of time, do you know what I mean? Not as in can I go back. Yeah.
As it stood the test of time.
Doesn't matter. Can I go back 6 months later and be like, oh yeah, this is still really good? Or would I, continue to listen throughout time?
Yeah.
Is what I was, thinking about. Because there's loads of stuff I could put, that was really good. Yeah. But I moved on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, this is the thing, I don't necessarily know how much I will listen to this Silk Sonic record. But when I do, it's good. You know what I mean? I think it's somewhat of an instant classic. And it's a momentous collaboration. I would recommend that you listen to it.
Okay.
And just see what you think. Because like I say, even though it's not necessarily my bag, my kind of music, I appreciate the fuck out of it. I think it's a really good album. I mean, we talked about it before. I did quite like Billie Eilish's album.
This is exactly my point a minute ago. It was a good album.
Yeah.
But not gonna lie, I've listened to maybe 2 songs since the podcast.
There is only some songs that I've listened to.
Whereas the Phineas album, I still listen to. That was just
oh, really?
That's a good song. Yeah, man.
Oh, right, okay. That's mad. I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah, that's still in the what do you call it?
Rotation.
In the rotation, of course. Yeah, in the rotation. One thing I've put down is the soundtrack of Inside by Bo Burnham. Probably lasted a bit longer.
Mate, I can't believe you've put that on.
Why?
Right, because fucking
literal gasp.
Backstory. I was the one who told you about that, wasn't I? I told you.
Probably not, lad.
I told
you. It was fucking everywhere.
I know, but you hadn't seen it, and I had seen it, and I was like, you should watch it. We should talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
He watched it because I loved it. He watched it. We never got around to talking about the podcast because I was like, just brief summary. What do you think? And he was like, Yeah. But you're saying this is one of the best pieces.
If I'm rounding up music of this year, I'd say yeah, it's probably there.
I would fucking agree.
That always does come back to me. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, when it gets into it, I'm like, I have no idea how long this has got you.
Yeah,
But it's here.
Yeah, I fucking just that whole thing. I mean, watching it gave me an intense existential crisis, like twice. Like I've watched it, like every time I watch it, but listening to the songs takes you out of it a little bit. You can appreciate the comedy of it a bit more because it's not surrounded in existential dread, and also it's just great bops in it. Like it's really well produced for a comedy album. You wouldn't think that it would be that good. You know what I mean? But it is.
Like I don't listen to it thinking, that was funny. That I think I'm into it. It's good.
It's good songs. The production's really good, and obviously it's Bo Burnham, so it is funny. You know what I mean?
Like Bo Burnham's never interested in me before that documentary. Like I know of him, but nothing that like I'd watch him and stuff. Yeah, like I've seen clips and stuff.
I've gone back and I'd never gone out of my way to watch him until
after Inside. You've gone.
Yeah, I've gone and watched his other shit, and it's not like Inside level because it's essentially just a stand-up show with music in it.
Yeah, like there's that one clip in there where someone was singing one of the songs from Inside and Bo Burnham was in the crowd.
Oh yeah, with Phoebe Bridgers was singing.
Yeah. That's a good little wholesome clip. Do you know what I mean?
That's cool, isn't it? I like Bo Burnham, man, and Inside, just as regardless of talking about the music of it, as a piece of media, it's fucking good. Like it's undeniable that it is great.
And I think going forward in the future, it's definitely like something that represents the time we was in. Yeah,
and as well, it's good because I think it sums up the time we were in, but also because it doesn't necessarily explicitly mention the pandemic. Obviously, it's about being trapped inside, but I think it's transferable. The anxieties of it are transferable. Yeah. The agoraphobia of it and the claustrophobia of it is transferable going forward. It's not necessarily, even though it sums up the time very well, it's not placed right here, right now. Which I think a lot of, I've seen like TV shows and shit that are about the pandemic, and I think like, mate, like what the fuck? Like this isn't going to make any sense to anyone in 15 years.
It will. Because it's a fucking big thing.
Yeah, but it's not going to be culturally relevant. Whereas I think Inside is transferable.
Yeah, I get that. I understand that. It's not taking away the impact that this is going to have on stuff. What else have you got on your list?
Isles by Bicep.
Yeah, I know you like Bicep. But,
which I know necessarily isn't your kind of shit.
I've not listened, no.
But that's a really good album. That came out, I did think that came out last year, but I checked and it was January. And I remember listening to it and thinking, fuck, it's only January and this is maybe the best album of the year. Like, it's really tough to beat that. And it might be one of my favourite albums of the year. Obviously, I really like the Silk Sonic thing, and I wasn't going to talk about Inside, but that's probably my favourite thing that's come out this year. But yeah, Isles by Bicep. The only other thing that I've got is, I don't know, you don't give a fuck, but new John Hopkins album came out in September, and I've only just got around to listening to it.
Yeah, we talked about it, didn't we, last time?
Did we? No,
briefly. John Hopkins did something on the Coldplay album, I think.
Oh,
he was like, oh.
Yeah. Because I'd known that he had an album out, but I never got around to listening to it. It's called Music for Psychedelic Therapy, and fuck me, it is what it says on it.
That's a long title.
Yeah, it's very very ambient, very experiential. Not your type of shit, but yeah.
No, I'd give it a good listen. Like sometimes I hear things, I'm like, oh, that's good, but again, I'll just leave it there.
You could have it on in the background and it put you in a vibe, you know what I mean? Anything else on your list?
I got a few things. I'd say Maneskin popped off this year.
Who?
Maneskin, no?
Oh, the Italian dudes.
Yeah.
True.
They won Eurovision. Just that.
Jack loves Eurovision, man. I'm not into
Eurovision is sick. I know, like, it's not sick as in, like, this is all really good music.
Yeah.
It's just a very entertaining programme.
I don't know, man.
And I think the atmosphere is really good. Anyway.
But do you genuinely think that Maneskin are good, though?
Yeah.
Crazy. That's madness.
I think if you give them a bit of time and look into it, I think you'd be able to go, yeah, they are all right. Might not be your cup of tea, but you'd be like, yeah, they're okay.
I don't know. Well, anyway. I heard that song. I can't remember which one it was. It was either the Eurovision one or the one after they got
the
big.
TikTok one. Most probably. I Want to Be Your Slave.
I think it was that one. Yeah. And it was on the radio, man, and I was like, this is like actively shit.
Do you think?
Yeah, man. I just didn't see the merit in it at all. And I can see merit in shit that isn't my type of music, but I just really didn't get it at all.
What else have I got down? Olivia Rodrigo. I'd say it is a good thing to come out of this year.
Yeah.
But again, that's probably pop music, which is more my style. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. What was that song of hers that you showed me?
Deja Vu.
Deja Vu. I like that one.
Yeah, with a funky little synth line. That's a good song.
Yeah,
That.
that's cool. I mean, I don't want to like just shit on all the things.
No, it's
saying.
alright. Again, this is the whole point, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
That this is what
that's what this
I'm
podcast
singing.
is.
Yeah.
I mean, man, I again, aside from that song, everything I've heard from her, she's just whinging all the time, man. Like, I'm not into it. And Good For You actively sounds like bad. Like, it's a bad recording. You heard the snare on that song? To get nerdy, but you heard the snare on that song.
I wouldn't be able to point out the snare now.
If you listen to it again with like your headphones on or in the car or something.
Every time I listen to Good For You, I'm just hearing the Paramore in it.
Yeah. Have you, oh man, it's grim as well. I saw a TikTok of her playing it live.
Yeah, everyone's seen that.
Fucking bad, isn't it?
Everyone's seen that.
Shit.
But you know, that's some people are like.
Well, and she played she did driving license on the Brits, and that was before I knew who she was.
Yeah,
that was my entry point, and I was like, this is not good.
That was the show, wasn't it? Driver's license. That was huge at one point.
Well, that's one of the Grammy nominations.
Yeah, that was massive.
In terms of like the pop sphere, she's fucking smashing it. Like, fair play to her. She's smart and she's clever and she knows what she's at. You know, but
and
I
then
don't really see it.
I've just got stuff that I've been listening to, like Blank's been listening to a lot of Blanks this year.
Yes, Blank is
He's always got his album out now, his first album. He's on tour.
Oh, really? Is it out?
Yeah,
I'll have to give it a listen, man.
Sam Fender, I've got into this year.
You got very indie as the years go on.
Mad, isn't it? It is. Yeah. Like, I'd still like. We have a little bit. Like, I still like the old stuff, you know, like the dancey stuff and the EDM.
Yeah,
but
EDM.
Seagulls, probably my favourite now.
Of course, man. You love Seagulls.
They've been smashing it for me. Seeing him live.
Did you?
Yeah, Neighbourhood.
Oh, yeah, okay. I thought you meant like you went to a gig.
I would love to go to a gig.
Yeah.
Jodie went to a gig, and that was fuming.
Yeah, Jodie goes to every gig, though.
The Wombats, that's, again, been one of my main rotations.
Yeah. They've not had new show in a while, have they?
Yeah, they're bringing a new album out.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Got a new Talking Women.
Funnily enough, actually, I've only just realised we didn't put the fucking light on. That's why it looks so dull. Joey's, who record here, are supporting the Wombats on the Liverpool day.
Oh, yeah, I've seen John post about it. But yeah, I'd love to go to their gigs because it was good at the time when I watched the Wombats the same day as Seagulls, and it was very good atmosphere, but I think it'd be different surrounded by people that, you know, like, not saying that people didn't want to be there in the first place, but, you know, actively go in that sort of way.
Yeah. Kate really likes the Wombats. She's seen them a few times, I think.
Yeah,
it's meant to be a
that's
good vibe.
two things I want to go to next year.
Yeah. You got Coldplay tickets as well, didn't you, for next year?
That'll be good.
Fucking bastard.
But I've been Coldplay a few times now, and, you know,
greedy bastard.
that'll be good. It always has been good. But it's not like, I think we've been for this. It was like the only time I've had the experience. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
That's Chris Martin. You know what I mean?
Subtitles, that's Chris Martin, is what you just said.
Yeah. Otherwise, you know, I'm just kind of like, oh yeah, this is good. I like these people.
Yeah.
They just seem like normal people. But that's the only time I was like, oh, getting out.
Yeah, no, I feel like it'd be the same. Anything else you've been into this year? Or are we done for the roundup?
Glass Animals. Got into a bit
Glass
more.
Animals, yeah.
Going back through their shit these days.
You very, very indie, man. It's mad. Jack used to be like, I was the indie one.
In your indie bubble, yeah.
I was in the indie bubble, and now we've switched.
Yeah.
Not necessarily switched, because I don't like the shit that you used to like.
Yeah.
You've just jumped into my bubble as I jumped out.
Yeah.
So maybe next you'll get onto the
stuff
shit
you're
that
on.
I've been on now.
Yeah. I don't know how it happened.
No. I got you into Catfish and it opened the door.
Catfish was a crazy time. Ramen, I'm so sorry for doubting you if you ever watch it.
Who?
Ramen, doesn't matter.
Ramen,
yeah. Not like the noodles ramen, but
okay.
Yeah. I've told you this story.
No.
Long story short, like ramen like Catfish, and I was like, oh my God, if ramen likes it, they're not going to be good.
Oh,
Again,
right, okay.
No offense.
You did that thing that you do where it's like, oh, if other people like them, then I don't. Yeah.
Still not seen Game of Thrones. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah.
And they came on the radio, and I was like, fuck, this is good. And it said Catfish at the bottom, and at the end, I was like, fuck's sake.
Kathleen, was it back in the day?
It was Twice, second album.
Oh, really?
Totally.
Oh, yeah, no, because I remember, right, and this is going off the track a bit, but we were in college.
You know, like the mixtape?
No. I mean, we were sat in the canteen, the one time that we went to the canteen in college, and I was telling you that I was into Catfish, and you were just like, nah, man, I just don't see it. Like, nah, they're the fucking sickest band going. They aren't, but back then I thought they were.
Yeah. They might have been back then, to be fair, for argument's sake.
First album, they were good.
This is what I mean. First album would have been such a vibe. Like, I was a knobhead and missed it.
Well, this is the thing. That's what was so good, because at the time as well, I think the age we were, even though you're a little bit older than me, the age we were, the lyrical content was very relatable.
Oh, yeah.
I remember walking to my ex-girlfriend's house and listening to it in the headphones for the first time and going, "This is my album, man. This is the shit." And it's a shame that they fell off, but that first album's still pretty cool.
Yeah, that's up there. Is up there.
Stereotypical 2014 roundup.
I feel like I'd have more to talk about if we was going off, roundup of 2016, mad years like that. That'd be a good little episode. That's a good little.
Yeah, well, we can go back, man. We can do like big fat quiz of, you know what I mean? Yeah. Music wise, go back and talk about the past.
But yeah, that's all I've got for music this year.
Sick. Continuity. Lights are on now.
The lights are on.
The big A. So let's just briefly, it's been a wild thing doing this podcast. Yep. We started it in January. It's the end of our first year.
Gone so fast, man.
Our first of many. Well, it's weird because we aren't full-time podcasters and we only shoot like every 2 or 3 weeks or something. I feel like we've not been doing it for as long as we have. You know what I mean? Because we've only done 19 episodes.
Yeah, like if you was cutting it out to once a week, obviously it'd be nothing.
Yeah.
But like you were saying before, you're like, man, it's been fucking ages since the last one. I was like, every time I come, I'm like, it's like normal. Like it doesn't feel like it's been that long.
Yeah, I definitely think we've relaxed into our skin.
What have I got down? I've got.
It'd be funny to go and talk. It'd be funny to go back and watch the first episode again and see how like weird we are.
Well, I put how it started so organised and categorical, and now we just waffle.
Yeah, well, that's the best shit, man. That's the best kind of podcast. Like, I don't like it when it's dead. We can do this.
What pisses me off is like me and Liam call very regularly, and we'll be talking for like an hour, and we're like, "Shit, this would have been good podcast material."
Well, here's the thing, right? And maybe we can expand on this in the future because, right, basically, we do this podcast on the OX Collective. It's run by the OX Collective, which is a company that I run in part with some other people. That it does like multimedia shit and artistic services. In 2022, we're moving slightly away from the artistic services bit and more into original content. So that means me and Jack are going to be doing more shit on YouTube in general.
Up the O'Neill.
We're going to be doing like music producery type videos and shit. The producer challenges, mate. But like, I feel like stereotypical could be any kind of. We could talk about fucking anything, mate.
It just happens to be that music is the thing we talk about a lot of the time anyway.
Yeah.
So like some people that talk to me about the podcast, they're like, "Oh, I like it, but it's about music a lot."
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's not like a music podcast, it's just what we enjoy talking about. Just the thing, that I guess brought us together.
Well, I think, definitely as time has gone on, and I think this will continue to happen, is like we can use music as a jumping off point. Yeah. But then we're more comfortable to talk about other shit.
Oh, yeah, of course. Of course.
One of my favourite episodes of the year was the mental health one. And it's a shame because the views tanked on it, man, compared to some of the other ones. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it.
It was a good conversation to get out there. It
was a good conversation to get out there, yeah. I think it was necessary. I also feel like I didn't say everything I wanted to say in it.
Classic.
But
mental health.
Yeah, that's you can talk about fucking hours in it.
Yeah.
I also one of my favourite episodes. It's a shame, right? I think one of the funnier episodes was the episode we did with John O'Tringham. But it was episode 3. We're still learning what was going on. We fucked up. There was no visual for it.
No,
it was an audio only podcast, which is a shame.
Yeah, that was funny to be a part of.
Yeah, I've had a good time doing this, man.
It's been good.
You got a favourite episode?
Do you know what? It's I find it very hard to pinpoint what we said in which one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It kind of like, but I kind of go off outfits. Like, what was I wearing? Oh yeah, I was talking about that.
Yeah.
I think the mental health one was good because a year prior, when we was talking about it in the beginning, I feel like it was like fucking unreal. It was like a whole different world that I didn't even know existed.
Yeah.
And then for it to come like round
to the point where you could talk about it so openly,
it was that was a crazy little arc. You know what I mean? Tim, I like the one with Tim.
I've got the one with Tim as
like I think that was like just a bit mind blowing to talk to because like we're friends with Tim, but we don't really talk like
Tim Taylor, DJ.
I guess like professionally.
Yeah.
With Tim, and it was mad to get like his views on things and talk through like his processes.
I'd have Tim on again. I don't know what we talk about. Like,
I don't think we're talking about like this. I think we're talking about something else.
Life, man. Tim's got.
Tim plays football every day. Every day.
Tim's got good attitudes towards shit, you know, like, and I've sort of like known this low key sometimes anyway, just because he looks like he lives a good life, you know what I mean, on the gram and that. But like when he was in the studio with me the other day, I was like, "You're clued in, man. Like you're onto shit." He's a good guy to speak to about stuff.
I think what is with Tim, like he just does it.
Yeah.
Like I think he just goes for it.
I'd like to hang out with Tim more like outside of a musical context. Obviously, I don't see him that often anyway. But whenever I do, I feel like it's, you know, the only times I've seen him this year was studio session and like this. We need to go. He was on about going driving range at some point. But that's
you'd be fucking hilarious at a driving range.
I'd be shit, wouldn't I? We'll vlog it. Stick it on the channel.
Just trying to think the size of a driver compared to your torso, lad. Hip height, fucking golf. You'd be playing mini golf.
Any other highlights?
I've put the whole ranked idea is a good exercise because sometimes like we'll pick someone and I'm like, oh, I don't think I've listened to it that much in depth before, or like I've not give these people more of a chance. So that's good. Yeah, and it'll be good going into it in the future, doing people that were like not too like this. Like some of the ranks we've done were like easy banks. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like we like these people, we know a lot about these people, but I think we're gonna try and go into more, you know, pushing the boat out. Yeah, definitely. And it was a cool thing to start doing that because like the idea of ranking people's back catalogue wasn't something that we initially started out with when we started the podcast. You know what I mean? We didn't know we'd do that, but it turned out to be probably the best thing for the podcast. You know what I mean? Like it's grown our audience the most, I think. Especially the 1975 episode fucking did belter numbers, man. But yeah, it's been a sick journey. I think the 5 songs for the rest of your life. I thought it was a bit of a shit episode. I think that was a good one because that's something that I like. Podcast or no podcast, like I would talk about anyway. Yeah. I mean, it was a decent episode. It looked shit though. That's funny as well. It looked shit, like with the lights and stuff. Yeah, like if you go back, man, you can see us trying to find our feet on what looks good. And I think going into 2022, we're probably gonna stop recording here if we can. Yeah, we've talked about some ideas about where to record and that in the future. Yeah, we want to. It'll be interesting. A brighter studio, if anything. It'll be interesting. A dull background. What else have I got? Music and the internet. I think that was good to talk about, like how it was a good chat about availability. Was that the one? Oh no, we did that here, wasn't it? I was going to say, what was the one that we did where we had to do it remote because you had Rona? Music and Emotion. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, Music and the internet was okay. It's funny that in Music and the internet I just slagged off TikTok for time and now I have like 32,000 followers. To quote you earlier, not as famous as me. That was funny. I just spent literally so much of that episode was spent just saying TikTok's stupid and things are going to move on. I'm not going to get involved in it and all this shit. Madness. One clip and you're in. One clip and you're in. Few views and it's now weekly uploads. I know. I'm. If anyone wants to sponsor me, it is mad though. It is mad when I'm just scrolling. It's like Liam J. Yeah. I'm like, huh? Yeah. What's going on now? Doing decent views, man. It's good. It's good shit. Funny. I find it funny. I find it funny as well. Which is what's funny. It's cool because I don't take it seriously. You know what I mean? Yeah, as I don't think anyone. We posted videos of us dicking about on the internet and they just took like, it's the same shit we were posting on Instagram. They just happened to take off on TikTok. Yeah. More than anyone else. Like the Music and the Internet episode, like it's mad how it just shows how anything can, you know, get there. Yeah. And I think that episode's probably better now. I might go back and listen to that actually. That'd be an interesting conversation to listen to, having had the weird past few months that I have had where like shit has escalated on making music on the internet, you know what I mean? It's madness. Now, I guess how close it was to, you know, up a notch. Yeah. Yeah, it is crazy. 2022, man. What are we doing? Well, actually, to round off 2021, Jack and I released a song. Yeah. It came out 26th November. 26th November. It's called Pink Moon by Stockholm. I'll link it in the
description there. If you've seen the podcast before, you might recognise it because it's been the theme song for the podcast,
the intro
for the
sound,
entire year that we've been doing this. That was never its intended thing. We didn't make it to be the theme song for the podcast. We just had this instrumental, and then we were like, oh, that'd be cool for the podcast, and then we ended up finishing the instrumental. And now it's a song, and now it's out.
Now it's out.
Called Pink Moon.
You can listen to it.
You should listen to it. In fact, I'll do one of the little things.
The little eye button.
Go.
Okay.
I can't remember which side it comes up on, but.
But I had a bit of a good response. People have said good things.
Yeah,
people have said it sounds like a FIFA song. And I like FIFA songs.
Let's hit them up. Let's hit up EA.
EA Sports, get it on your next game. Yeah. I'm happy with it. I'm excited going forward.
Yeah, we're going to do a music video for it next year, which would be cool.
Because just looking at like Spotify and looking at like summer, I was like, yeah, good vibes. 2019. If anybody loves me, 2019, then like 2021.
Yeah.
Pink Moon, like it feels different sort of this time.
It's definitely been an elevation.
Yeah. I also think it's mad how Pink Moon... First of all, Pink Moon is a title that it was just called on a whim to name like the project, wasn't it?
Yeah, I just called it Pink Moon because...
He was like, this is what it sounds like.
Well, no, because there'd been a Pink Moon recently before we made that.
Yeah.
Because we actually started it in... February... or early March or February 2020.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That blows my mind. I guess it's normal like in the world and stuff, but that always blows my mind.
Yeah.
And I was just, oh shit. I was like, no. It's like, no, this is not good. This is... And I always think it's mad that there was a different... Where like the lyrics and stuff...
Oh yeah, we took ages to write the lyrics.
Yeah.
We fucking like did like 3 different versions.
Yeah. And like I've still got them. And I listen to it sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I think it's mad to think this is what it was and this is what it is now. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, going forward next year, good. I think we've got some good things coming.
We got some good things. There's going to be a Stockholm music video for Pink Moon. More tunes from us. We're going to start doing more videos on this here channel, doing sort of like, music related, producery type things, just all sorts of stuff. I think I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. I'm start my own thing. So keep an eye out for that. Follow me on my personal Instagram, also in the description. But yeah, man, I'm excited. Yeah, and then there's gonna be many more episodes of this podcast.
I think it's good that we had a chat the other day and I was like, we want these things to happen and we're manifesting lots of stuff to come. I think that's good. I think it's healthy.
Yeah. Me and Jack are also gonna go away together.
Yeah, we are. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We are.
Because one of my things for 2022, I don't like making resolutions, but I definitely have goals that I want to do for next year. So one of my things is that I want to not necessarily travel more, because when you say travel more, you think of like going to Bali to find yourself. I just want to like go more places, experience more shit, do a little, little trips over to places. So we're gonna go somewhere. I was looking at Belfast travel shit on.
Yeah. You did say Belfast.
You said Belfast. I said Dublin, but we've been before.
Yeah, we've been to Dublin. Belfast. I don't know. I think
it doesn't look great.
If we're going somewhere, I think we may as well go somewhere.
Yeah, like the dam would be cool.
Yeah, we just need to figure out. Yeah,
it depends if I'm already going. I could go twice. I don't know. But anyway, this is off topic. But 2022, man,
it's gonna be good, man.
A fucking good year. Good. So let's round off this episode with none other than the final one of the year, Jack's Tactical Tracks.
Take it slow.
Is it really Jack's Tactical Tracks this time? There was a bit of a...
Oh, well, this is my idea. Yeah, but,
which I like. I like that.
Yeah, Liam's Tactical Tracks. Roll the title.
I wanna taste.
But yeah, so do you want to explain what Tactical Tracks is?
Okay, so Jack's Tactical Tracks, as explained by me, the way I see it anyway, is Jack brings forth a question or a scenario, what song would you want to be this? What song would you want if you were doing this? And I reply, and he replies as well, with a song. Not in song, just with a song.
Well, that would be an episode.
Yeah.
Stereotypical, the musical.
So what have we settled on this week?
So, you know what we've settled on this week. We've gone for what song embodies your attitude going into 2022?
Okay. Now, my answer to this is not lyrical. right? So I'm not like the message of this song embodies how I feel about 2022. It's more the vibe,
yeah.
right? So I want to go with a song that you have recently shown me, which is Elderbrook.
Oh yeah.
Elderbrook, Why Do We Shake in the Cold?
Yeah. Good song.
It is a good song.
It's a very
The
good
reason
song.
I've chosen that is because it is a very vibey song, right? It's got this sort of etherealness to it. It's also got a bit of a fucking dancey little drop. It's generally it's really just a vibe.
It is.
And my goal for 2022 is to be more of a vibey motherfucker.
Yeah, bro.
Sorry, Jack's mum.
Yeah, I listen.
So that's where we're going. I think it's a great song all in all.
It is. Listen to
I've
it.
not stopped listening to it.
This is
since you
that's
showed
what
me.
this
It's
is.
gotten under
We've
my
mentioned
skin.
it before. Like the first time I listened to it, like big up fucking daily mixes on Spotify and all that. I used to,
Oh, you got it from
yeah,
me.
I used to fucking despise Spotify, but they're doing bits this year. They've done bits. Fucking last year they done the same room. You know what I mean? Bits
Oh yeah,
from Spotify.
same room. JP Sachs, man. I forgot that was in the first
Yeah,
episode.
that
throwback.
is a year ago this month.
What, when you found that? That's crazy.
And when I passed it over,
Oh, when we went to
December,
Windermere. Yeah, crazy. That is mad.
to think that was 12 months ago.
Seems like a lot. Yeah, when you say it like that,
Yeah,
a lot has happened.
That's crazy. But yeah, like I was just flicking through and I found it and I was like, oh. So I put it on repeat, and like I said before, I think I was cleaning up, and for 4 hours, it was a long time. It like jumped into all of like my playlists and stuff, and my recommended, like it's always on repeat, like repeat rewind. It's there, and like I had to unfavorite it at one point because it kept me back at it.
It's such a good song.
It's crazy. Another one of them.
Yeah, I'll put in some work this time. I'll put effort into
to be
the
fair,
podcast.
like before we started doing the podcast, I was like, "Yeah, you can do this, this, and this."
I put end screens on. To be fair,
and you're like, "Yeah," and then it'd go up, and I was like, "Liam, where's the stuff, man?"
Because the thing is, you have to upload it and then do that afterwards.
Yeah,
and I never went back.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass.
it's okay.
But anyway, yeah. So Elderbrook, Why Do We Shake in the Cold? Vibey
Tune.
song. I'm hoping though, right? Because we're filming this. It's the 30th of November, right? This will probably come out within the next 2 weeks. I'm hoping that I'm still vibing this song going into 2022.
Yeah, man.
I feel like it'd be a good way to start the year, and also it'd be relevant given that I've just said it's how I want to start the year.
Yeah.
I don't want to be lying to the viewers.
Yeah.
To the viewer. What's yours?
See, I've done the fucking obvious choice of of course, and it was hard though. I think
It is. It's a cool question. It's a tough question.
it's hard to put what I want into someone else's thing that already exists.
Yeah.
I think like there wasn't like a jump out thing. So I've gone with Blocks, mentioned a few times in the podcast. They've got a song called Everything I've Ever Learned.
Okay. Is that lyrically prevalent? Is it?
It's vibey as well. It's in that sort of indie channel that I'm into.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I can't remember the first time I heard it, but it definitely wasn't like profound at the time.
Yeah. You have to show it me in the car, man. I've not.
We'll listen on that on the way back. But yeah, like at first I was looking at songs that just I liked that, like you said, embodied the feeling going into it.
Yeah.
But it's a crazy time of the year. Like I said, transitioning over to like it's just like the next month, but because it's like the start of something and the end of something.
Yeah.
It's crazy symbolic in ways that maybe it shouldn't be sometimes. But yeah,
Like the Grammys.
just like the Grammys. Fuck 'em. Fuck the Grammys.
Full circle.
Yeah, it's just basically saying, that sometimes that shit happens
Yeah.
and you learn about it, so you may as well just fucking go forward and do it.
Good attitude to have, man.
Yeah.
Good attitude. I want you to embody that.
I want to embody that.
When we get to the 2022 roundup, we're going to look at these songs, right? We'll do a segment where we look at the shit that we've said at the end of this year, and we'll see if it's been...
See if we stay to it.
Yeah, see if it's been correct and prevalent.
I've got a good feeling.
So have I.
And I feel like it's like, every New Year is like, it's going to be good and all that bollocks.
Yeah.
But it's been not many times have I, truly thought,
yeah,
this is going to be good.
Well, you know what it is, right, this year? I think it's because I know what I want and I'm going to make it good. I'm not like, I've got a good feeling that good things are going to happen to me this year.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I am a fucking sick motherfucker.
You're manifesting it, you're going out and getting it.
And I'm going to make this
Yeah, man.
I'm going to make this year the sickest it can be.
Yeah.
And with that, thank you very much for watching Stereotypical. If you're a new viewer, please do subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you're an old viewer and you've been watching all year, thank you very much for your time.
My guy.
Means an absolute load to us. Like I say, if you want to support us outside of the podcast, the link to our new song is also in the description. If you're listening to the Spotify version or the Apple version or wherever you're listening on, like, follow, rate, review, subscribe.
Yep.
Fucking all of these influencery words. Thank you very much. I've been Liam. This has been Jack O'Neill. Stereotypical 2021 out.